It's Tiffanys content. A tropical storm watch has been issued for the British Virgin Islands and lifted for Antigua and Barbuda as Tropical Storm Philippe is still on the move. There has been reports of heavy rain in St. Martinique, Dominica, Guadeloupe, and very much of a light show in St. Kitts and Nevis. The wind is at 45 miles an hour, but Philippe is definitely going through the islands, roughly at about 5 miles per hour, and we're still expecting it to make that turn northwest. But guys, it has taken a late turn, and that's what's going on here. It went straight into the islands, and that's why we're monitoring the British and the Virgin Islands now. Now let's watch again and see the path that Philippe is taking. You'll see overnight at 2 a.m. that it passed through Anguilla and currently still trying to move north, but I'm not sure if it's going to take that path. The time steps we're looking at now is later on tonight, so let's just hope and pray that it keeps on that north path so that it can go back out into the sea and actually past Bermuda. But right now it's looking like it's staying in those islands. And I would definitely keep alert. There's going to be some warnings and watches going up more than ever. They're saying stay tuned to your local stations, but I would definitely share the weather report again. But I would not be surprised if these precipitation rates and wind speeds go higher with the fact that Philippe is right over the islands. And we are watching Puerto Rico as well, because if it does not take that turn north, it would definitely go into our home bases. So guys, make sure that you're monitoring and keeping an eye out on Tropical Storm Philippe, as it is not over. Now, this is not to scare anyone. This is to be realistic, okay? We're talking realistically here, and although the National Hurricane Center has not put up a lot of watches and warning, that's because the wind speed. Now, I'm going to share with you the weather again. It's Tiffanys content, and we are in the beautiful islands with your weather update. Knowing that Tropical Storm Philippe and Rena is out there, we're going to be looking at the wind and the precipitation. Barbados, 20% precip, 19 miles an hour wind, and they also have flash flood warnings. You had 20% precip and 12 miles an hour wind in Trinidad and Tobago. Grenada, 20% precip, 17 miles an hour wind. There's already been reports of rain in St. Vincent and the Grenadines with 50% precip and 17 miles an hour wind. The beautiful St. Lucia, 40% precip and 16 miles an hour wind. Flood has been reported and showers throughout the day. Our lovely St. Martinique with 50% precip, 15 miles an hour wind, but definitely have flood warnings. Dominica with 80% and 16 miles an hour wind. And Guadeloupe, it with 90% and 14 miles an hour wind, definitely flooding over there as well. Montserrat is hiding behind Barbuda back there with 20% precip, 10 miles an hour wind. St. Kitts and Nevis, 60% with 16 miles an hour wind. Our beautiful pink sand Antigua and Barbuda already have flash flood warnings and tropical storm warnings after soon-to-be Hurricane Philippe passes close by with the 60% precip and 19 miles an hour wind. St. Bart's with 50% and 17 miles an hour wind. Anguilla with 50%, 18 miles an hour wind, and also some warnings over there as well. Now we are keeping a close monitor on the British Virgin Islands with 80% precip and 12 miles an hour wind, as well as the U.S. Virgin Islands with 70% precip and 12 miles an hour wind. And because of that, we're also looking at Puerto Rico with the 60% precip and 9 miles an hour wind, and the Dominican Republic with 70% precip and 6 miles an hour wind. It has been raining a lot and scattered thunderstorms throughout the day, and Haiti also has flood warnings and has been raining heavy overnight with thunderstorms and also flood warnings. And also reports of Jamaica with flood warnings and 60% precip and 8 miles an hour wind. Cuba with 30% precip and 14 miles an hour wind. And those absolutely gorgeous turquoise waters in Turks and Caicos has only 10% precip and 12 miles an hour wind. Now let's stay away from water sports in Bahamas, because there's going to be flood warnings and 30% precip and 15 miles an hour wind. And let's look at Florida with 20% precip and 16 miles an hour wind, and also Bermuda with 20% precip and 10 miles an hour wind. It's Tiffanys content in the islands. Like, share, subscribe.